Not that they're maybe like mechanically exciting or anything. There's a sort of like hidden nostalgia with getting to play like actual old like iconic cards and resolving them.
So I heard from Little Birdie told me that apparently the reviews on Master Duel right now are mixed reviews on Master Duel. So I kind of want to read through these. Okay, let's look at all of February, shall we? The reviews for all of February. This guy has 1,500 hours in the game. Wait, how many do I have? I have 2,500. Okay, I'm the one who's fucked in the head, apparently. This guy has 1,500 hours in the game and says, this game isn't for everyone. If you're nostalgic for older formats of Yu-Gi-Oh!, you're not getting that here. But if you want the experience of TCG in its modern form for free at a fraction of the price, it's pretty good. It's a lot less intimidating knowing most of the player base can't read. The ban list is pretty questionable, though. To be honest, he's so right. Wait, this is like such a correct take. It's less intimidating knowing most of the player base can't read. You know what? I think he's onto something. He's spitting. That's bars. Not recommended. 8 hours. This guy played the game for 8 hours and quit. If you play online, you're not going first. You can go AFK, start a family, raise the kids, watch them grow up and reach their goals, then go back to your PC, and you will still find your opponent in turn 1, chaining his 1 turn 7 monsters with 9,999 attack each. Playing against AI is fine, but online is just horrible, and each turn takes longer than the other. I'm gonna be real. He's also not wrong. Also, like, both of these people are not wrong. This guy, 1 hour on record, recommended. Best card game watching simulator. It's fun watching my opponent play solitaire for 20 minutes before I get to draw. You know, if that's what you're here for, then yeah, you're so right. Recommended, 100 hours on record. Game is great, meta is trash, and isn't enjoyable. I feel as though these are contradictory a little bit, you know? I'm noticing a trend that everyone that's reviewing the game, whether their review is positive or negative, just is negative. They just have nothing nice to say about the game. SP deck challenges are so fucked up, they can't even provide a proper deck even on the free-to-play mode. This game is definitely not free-to-play friendly, can't even grind for gems when provided with shit decks. I don't agree with this one. I think that the game is pretty free-to-play friendly if you know what you're doing going into it. I think going into it without the knowledge, you're going to spend all your gems on stuff that aren't relevant, and you're just gonna get punished for doing so. Only reason to play this over something like EDO Pro is simply because it's more pretty to look at. Excuse me, sir. What is this Edo Pro you speak of? That doesn't sound like an official Konami simulator. The older format support is a valid complaint. I like that. Really wish we were able to communicate with the other duelists while we duel. Fun game, but some duels are stupid, especially when people take longer than the countdown. Well, there's no way they take longer than the countdown, because if they did, they would lose, and I don't know why you would want this feature in the game. I'm not trying to like activate a card and have my opponent call me 17 slurs by the time I'm done comboing. Please. For the love of God, I would love to not add the BM feature into the game. Thank you very much. I would much rather not have that. Max C, response, fuck you. Played this game as a joke to try and find random free games on Steam. Played a few rounds with random new players and got completely destroyed by 10+ minute combos where I could just walk away and get some food and still be waiting when I got back. Overall, I think this game is overpriced at $0. I'm not gonna lie, he's so right though. So this guy put 2 hours in. I think someone that has 2 hours in the game, yes, their opinion is like valid in the sense that like this is how he felt after he played. But I think it's the kind of review that you don't super pay attention to, because you have those kinds of players that get into a game and expect to like be decent at it. Like if you go to any, like you go to fighting games or whatever, you'll have these like 2 hours on record reviews where the person says, oh, like I queued ranked and I don't know anything about frame data and my opponent does, so he was frame trapping me all the time. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is like a fighting game in that regard, I think, you know? Most recent reviews give me all. Let's see what we got. Game is shit. Positive reviews, 0.4 hours on record. Okay, that's kind of silly. Okay game for Yu-Gi-Oh! Fans. Could be better if they aligned it with the OCG or TCG and not have Master with its own meta and ban list. Adding all cards available to either OCG or TCG would make it more popular. This is a helpful review. This is literally someone that's saying, we like it, but we're not a big fan of this being basically just a whole ass other way to play Yu-Gi-Oh! You know, you'd want to play actual Yu-Gi-Oh! This guy has 7,000 600 hours. Negative review. The game has started lagging massively since a few days ago. Every other game works just fine, so I'm sure it's not my connection. This guy isn't even complaining about the game. He's just saying this shit's lagging. 7,000 hours. Motherfucker, touch grass. Go outside. You realize there's no lag in the real world. Like, you can go to the store and there's no lag, bro. What the fuck? Real life, please. Outside has bad gameplay, but it has crazy graphics. This says I've played for 86 hours. I have not played for a single hour. It has been downloading cards for 86 hours. Have you tried playing the game on a computer rather than on a potato? I think it'd be a good idea to play it on a device intended to play the game. 476 hours, unbalanced and money drain alt arts game. And I'm still playing it. He's so real for that. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why am I doing this too? Wait, that's me. He's me. 7 hours. The only reason I'm recommending this game is because it's free to play. Other than that, don't get your hopes up. The game is super unbalanced, both online and solo. Progression system is non-existent, and deck building is confusing. I can understand this. This is a valid complaint. This is legitimately someone that hasn't been playing Yu-Gi-Oh forever, right? Like most of us. To us, Yu-Gi-Oh, you go like, oh, like deck building is like fine, it's simple, whatever. But like, dude, for someone getting into it, go think back to when you started playing. Like, you probably had the hardest fucking time building an actual competent deck, you know? It's not something that you pick up on very easily. Yu-Gi-Oh is great, and this game is wonderful, but I just watched my opponent take a turn that started before the Super Bowl halftime show and was still going as the game started back. That is fine, annoying, but fine. However, what is so wrong about letting me see how long my opponent has left? Is it because they get 600 seconds to my 300? It feels like it. If you want to play, look up some deck guides. You got to put in some research if you want to make it past platinum. I think you got to make it past, you got to do research if you want to play the game at all, which is a downside of the game for sure. I'm surprised this guy's saying it's annoying, but it's fine. I don't think it's fine. You shouldn't be sitting there for a solid like 7 minutes waiting for your opponent to FTK you, you know? Building decks after the very early game takes forever unless you're willing to spend a few $100s. The unnecessary amount of flashy animations makes simple plays drag on for what feels like hours. I don't agree that the animations are what make the game feel like it drags. I think what makes the game feel like it drags is that you're presented with a scenario where you're like, do I sit through this full combo because maybe my top deck can make me win the game? Or do I just like scoop and do something better with my time? Building multiple decks takes a long time unless you're willing to spend a few $100s. I'm gonna be real, the game is super free to play if you do dailies. And at the end of the day, I don't think a game giving you the option to do more things for money is a bad thing, because at the end of the day, this is a company that wants to make money. They're not a charity. They give you a lot of stuff free to play as far as gacha games go. Like, Master Duel actually gives you a ton of stuff. I'm gonna be real, most of these reviews are so fucking negative. I think that Konami should read these. This game would be better if it could apply a specific format, for instance, GOAT format. No, I'm gonna say it, chat. I'll be the contrarian, okay? I'll be the one to say the things that people aren't ready to hear. GOAT format is boring. Edison is way more fun. GOAT format is way too fucking boring, dude. It's just, it really isn't it. Streamer wrong? Dude, no. GOAT format is not fun. Call Gage and say that? Gage would probably agree. If I called Gage right now, he would agree. You want to bet? Right now, I'll bet. He will say that the format is boring. I will, I'm telling you right now. Hold up. He's gonna pick up. 100% he picks up, dude. I'm gonna text him. I'm texting his ass, bro. Yo, can you hop on Discord for 2 seconds? Surely he'll pick up. I promise you. I'm telling you, he's gonna pick up. Hi,
What up,
Gage.
big? How's it going?
Bro, I have a very important question for you, okay? Very, very important question. I'm reading Steam reviews for Master Duel right now, and one of the reviews that we're getting a lot is a bunch of people saying, like, oh, I wish this had, like, old formats. And one guy said, like, I really wish that Master Duel had GOAT format. To which I said, GOAT format is genuinely really boring. And then one person in my chat said, call Gage and say that to him. Do you not agree that GOAT is boring?
I'd say it's solved, but I think it's far from boring. It's definitely... I think the thing about older formats, Kevin, is
Not that they're maybe like mechanically exciting or anything. There's a sort of like hidden nostalgia with getting to play like actual old like iconic cards and resolving them, and like both players being able to throw those haymakers. I don't think the formats, I wouldn't say boring. I think that's the wrong word to use. I'd say maybe it's a little bit more narrow than people think, but I think it's far from boring.
What do you think
now-
about that? Do you think retro formats would even work in Master Duel? I don't think so.
Dude, I think retro formats are sick. I just think GOAT format is like not even a top 10 format. Like I think there's
Oh my
so
god, no,
many
you're
more
smoking
fun formats.
crack. No.
Dude, hat way more fun. Dragon
No,
Ruler format way more
no.
fun, bro. Absolutely.
No.
What do
no,
you mean?
Tengu stinks actually.
Tengu
is
stinks.
so
Tengu
bad.
stinks. Yes, Tengu is a
Yeah.
penis format, 100%.
Even I think hat's a little bit stinky as well, bro. I think goat's better than both of those.
If we're being real,
don't
just play it on Dueling Book. Like just
Yeah,
literally
you
just
might
if
have
you're
to
gonna play
handle
Edison, just
might have
play
to
on
handle a
DB.
slur every now and again, but all right, go enjoy some goat format. You fucking
Dude, it's boring. It is boring.
Yeah, all right, if you say so.
Chat, I fucking love Gage, but sometimes his takes are shit. Like you know what? Let me call him back. Hold up. Let me go see Gage. Hey Gage, can you tell me what you think of GOAT format perchance? Man, I'm telling you, bro. This GOAT format, it's so trash. I don't know how anyone likes this shit. It's so bad. Appreciate you, Mr. Nim, for letting me know that GOAT format is dog shit. Now we have it on record. Amazing. Let us proceed. Identity theft? What do you mean? That was Gage. Real Nim. What the fuck?